this is me trying to learn how to get up into the network game as opposed to me dealing with the music game. So I'm learning about the subscribers. So we were stuck on the issue about 8,000 subscribers that Dodge Network has. So it was an issue, it was a situation upon seeing the spreadsheet. Now we wanted to see the spreadsheet because we wanted to see how these 80K followers are still there on this site. Now, me bringing the situation of hand, I'm the front runner, I'm the connection. So I don't feel no type of way about me being there because this is business. So as me and Luce begin to speak, he says, hey, Jay Reed, see, this is where we have a situation where we need to see the spreadsheet for the network. As he began to say that, he calls Wack over there, and Wack begins to speak. Wack gets to showing me like, hey, man, this is not what we're asking for. We need to go ahead and get that out. And as I get to looking, man, it just, and Rock, when I tell you this, man, it throws me all off guard because I wasn't aware at all. Next thing you know, I'm getting punched up in the face, and it just goes crazy at that point, as y'all can see. Just totally threw me off guard, man, because I'm thinking in my head, this is my brother. This is somebody I talk to and I converse with weekly. Hit him with the top of the AM, and if anybody know me, I hit everybody the same way. Top of the AM, he hits back. Grand Rising, can he do the same thing? We go back. We got love for each other. At this point, I'm thinking. So that's why I'm threw off. I'm not throwing no punches in my hands in my pocket. And what gets me is that they play all day in this situation. They got this they got this white situation, this white man that's going around and calling them B words and playing with their oodles and noodles and stuff like that. And ain't nothing happening there.
Wait. You're not going to just pack. What is oodles or noodles? A lot of people out there don't know what oodles, noodles. What is oodles, noodles?
Man, I'm talking about playing with the ones and twos, man. I'm talking about, I guess we talking about your Peter, your butter. I don't know what nobody, but we don't play games like that. So we don't do the sex play games. And anybody that's into that, all fine with me, man. Just go ahead and do your thing. But what I'm saying is, as we Africans and brothers, man, I would think that, man, we would have had a lot more compassion, knowing the things that I do in the community. I'm not here to cause no ruckus. I don't want to be on nobody's front page, but since we here, I got to get this out because it's more important to me that I have to do this for my kids and for my family. For my kids to wake up and my mom see this and, my family members seeing this, it's tragic. It's a tragedy. Nobody wants to wake up and be viral for this type of mess. And unfortunately, it happened at No Jungle. And that's the thing that gets me because I'm trying to think like, man, where's the safety that come in at it? People probably wondering like what happens next. Hey, all I can say is this, man. You got to stay tuned because I've been told not to talk about certain situations. And, that's just from a legal perspective. Maybe I shouldn't do. Maybe I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you what. These type of things just can't be allowed, man. I was looking for a little bit more help. A little bit, more safety when it comes around there, man. I'm just confused if I even went down, Rock.
Not to cut you off, I want to ask you this. In the midst of all this happening, you did say that Adam was there, right?
Man, I shook Adam's hand as he's walking out the door.
As he's walking out the door, is he leaving or is he there as this is going on? Because this is what I want to know. Was this after hours? Because it seemed like you guys was out there, it seemed like it was late, like it was after hours. I don't know what time they closed up there, but was security there? So you basically saying that when you got into this altercation, you got no help from the security. Is that correct?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say what was Adam there. I'm going to tell you right now, after I got hit, man, I don't know who was there. I just know at that point in time, it's about making sure I get home to my kids, man. I'm not trying to be a tough guy. I never played to be. But I just do knowing those type of situations because I didn't even know if the people that was behind it was security. So you see what I'm saying? So I'm really oblivious to the whole situation. When I'm telling you I walked into a lion's den and didn't know I was about to get ate like that, man, it was a cold situation. And I wouldn't wish that up on nobody. And the thing about, I want to get this straight. And I want to say this with much respect. Understand what I'm saying? I don't know Ariel, bro. Please do not tie me to that or any situation that has. I do not know Harry respectfully. All respect to that man. All respect to that man. What he's been through. I don't know that man from can of paint. I'm gonna just be real with you.
Yeah, because there was allegations that you guys are a part of Harry O's security team. I seen that online as well.
Right. Security team.
Yeah, they say that.
Man, have you seen that talk on him, right?
Right.
Come on, man. Y'all, man, I'm 5'7", man. I weigh about $160.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted, man. Look, I can't go with that narrative.
Okay. So, who was your friend, man? Tell us more about this guy. They say he's a preacher. And also, I heard you guys got stripped down naked out there. So, I don't know if that's true. So, you let us know, man. The people want to know what's going on, man.
Unfortunately, man, I'm going to just say it like this. The gentleman I was with is an older gentleman of mine, is a mentor, somebody I look up to. He's out there in the IE area. He does a lot in the community. What he does, he mentors the youth. Somebody that I looked up to. You know what I mean? I thought it would be a good asset to bring around. You know what I mean? For good situations, good talking. You know what I mean? To not even play a part in the politics and game stuff like that. He could bring, you know, like I try to tell people, you know, the IE is the biggest county in the world. You know what I mean? For people that don't know, when it comes to this business in this game, dealing with music, man, we talking about a place that's untouched. So when I'm trying to reach my hand out, I try to reach my hand out and give love in that respect all kind of ways. So that's why he was here with me. He wasn't here, and he was actually there just to look how I converse and how I do business. He wasn't there for no other than the sort. And unfortunately, dealing with that situation, man, I didn't see the video all that well, but I've heard this is what you heard, and you know, it was a terrible situation on that. Did I get stripped? You know, I think they took off my jacket and my, you know, the jewelry and stuff like that, things that could be replaced. I'm not, you know, even when we talking about him in that situation, man, all those things could be replaced. You know what I mean? One thing you can't replace is a person's life. You know what I mean? And that situation right there was one of those that many people do not make it out of. Let me say that clear. Being in California, being in Los Angeles, gang capital of the world, at a place where, you know, is known, as they say, no jumping. Man, that's crazy as that title say, huh? No jumping. I think niggas got the jumping, huh?
Right.
I'm just saying, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, I couldn't imagine being in the situation, and I know everybody, man. I know all you guys, man, and I couldn't believe what I seen on the internet for one. And it looked like when all this was happening, it seemed like Wack backed up from the situation, like he didn't know what was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about that?
You know, man, growing up in the streets, I've never heard of something happening like that and don't nobody know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're somebody, as we call the head. You know, if I take somebody out with me, man, I gotta be in control of those men that's right there. You know what I'm saying? I can't allow nobody to jeopardize not my situation, but not only them, harm somebody or that's with them. So for me, you know, I don't want to throw allegations out there, man. I'm not here to say that. You know what I'm saying? What it look like to you on camera? I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not in that position to say. All I know is, you know, I'm here to conduct some business. I'm looking on the phone, and that's, you know, this what happened. So, you know,
I'm gonna keep it 100. When I seen it, you know, me being on YouTube, you know, doing content, watching other content creators, you do see a lot of this stuff seem like it could be a play. And everybody was saying that this is a play. They were saying it was some homeless guys that walked up to the, this was all that was speculation, right? So this is what I want to get to. Was it a play, man? Was this something that you guys put together? You saying it wasn't a play, right? That's what you're saying?
For one, I don't know no human being that plays like this. You know, this is not a type of game to where, you know, I want to be involved in. I'm 50 years old. I have no time for games. You know, for somebody to even think this is a game, this is serious. You know, it's to the point to where, you know, growing up in this culture, man, this is, you know, we talk about jumping on each other. We trying to stop that. And, you know, it's crazy because I you know, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. I respected Wack to the fullest, bro. I'm not saying I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm from the street, so I understand the situation, however it may be. But we don't do people like that, man. You know what I'm saying? If you got a problem with a situation, you know, hash it out the right way. You know what I mean? So do I feel like, you know, it's a play, man? I don't play like that. That's not how I play at all.
There's also speculations, because when it happened, bro, and I seen the video, I did my content like I said earlier.
Right.
I got a call. Matter of fact, I didn't get a call. Let me take that back. I was watching another guy on YouTube, and when they said the name, too many people don't have that name.
Correct.
And when I heard the name, I'm like, could that be the Jay Reed that I know?
Right.
So I put in the comments, hey, was that the homie from such and such? And they was like, no, they was non-affiliate. They did gangbang. I left it at that.
Correct.
So what I did next, I went to your Instagram page. I went to your Instagram page. I seen that you had posted something in your story. And what you posted in your story indicated to me that it could be a possibility that that was you.
Okay.
So I reached out to you, and I had the phone call with you. And when I told you in the phone call, I said, hey, man, when you broke it down to me, you was like, Rock, what you would have did? I said, well, I would have did something if it was me. I can't speak on nobody else. I would have went back and handled my business if it was me, right? But that ain't gonna get us nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you went and thought about it. I called back and I said, hey man, I talked to the homie. But I texted him. I said, that was the homie from Wooty Woo Woo that y'all, that happened to. And he was like, that's Luce homie. That's Luce partner. So when he said that, I'm like, oh, they know each other.
Correct. So
once I found out you guys knew each other, I said, this don't have nothing to do with no gang stuff. This, this is something that between these two
it's all
dudes.
business.
So I told him, man, I said, how did that read, man? And you ain't got to worry about him suing, because I told him, man, I wouldn't go that route if it was me. You know what I'm saying? But I can't dictate or tell somebody how to handle their business or how they do. I said if it was me. So are you going to sue? That's what everybody is saying on the internet. It's a lawsuit. I seen a couple of guys talking about it.
Well, Rob,
Can you speak on it?
there's some things I just can't speak up on, man. You know what I mean? Just due to, I didn't ask for this, man. I didn't, one thing that gets me, the recording of a video of a fight, then put it on a global stage. I don't know what people do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what results you expected to happen out of that. You know what I'm saying? It's not just me that's here. I have family, I have children, I have a whole community that know exactly who I am. And that's the reason why I roam around the way I do. You know what I mean? I'm not here to cause no threat to nobody, man. If anybody know me, I'm always on some positive note. If you know me, man, I'm 50 years old. Let's not get that mistaken. I'm not a child. So when I move around accordingly. Man, Rob, we've been friends for years. I mean,
yeah.
we ain't gotta discuss that part. So, but what I'm saying is that, at this point, man, it's out of my hands. I didn't put the video up, brothers. And that's just what I want everybody to know. I didn't put the video up. I'm not asking for no problems. Y'all would have never heard nothing from me if that video wouldn't have been up.
So basically the video is what you have a problem with. If they wouldn't have put the video out, you would have dusted off, went home, shook it off, and
I don't know about all that, man. I don't know about all that. But what I will say is that, sometimes people do things in life thinking that's gonna get them somewhere. And sometimes in this situation, I'm gonna just say like this. Some things you do, you might think it's funny, but I'm pretty sure you're sitting there thinking now it ain't that funny. Because it's a higher power, man. I believe in a higher power. You feel what I'm saying? And God don't play about his kids. We're gonna start there.
Why do you think it's cool for other black men, especially at our age? Everybody is well in their 40s or close to 40s, and such as yourself, 50.
Correct.
Why do you think it's cool for us to turn on each other as fast as we do, attack each other as fast as we do, but we got the white guy that's sitting up in there, like you say, sex playing brothers left and right from different states, coast to coast. They come up in there, he sex play them, he calls them sassy bees, and we done seen he call some of the toughest and roughest gangsters play with him. But when it comes to guys in that building doing something to him, they don't flinch. You think it's because of the security? Because no security stopped me and none of my folks if we was up in there and he sex played me. And we jumping over that table quick, fast, and everybody up in there gonna get their issue point blank period. Like that's how we think. But why do you think we turn on each other as fast as we do? Because a lot of people seen that video, I couldn't believe it for one. I couldn't believe, I said, oh, now what is this? I thought it was a play.
I couldn't believe it, I'm up in it. But for me to go ahead and elaborate on what you said, Rob, I don't know why they let the white man do us like that. And, sit up there. Maybe I think, because when I get to looking at this, there is no moral to what happened. You don't see no argument. There is no argument. I don't do the argument. You know how we do that. There's no such thing as argument, especially as a man. There's no point for me to argue. So for me to be put in that situation, I was totally thrown off guard. And it's just crazy. And I think it's like a money play, because once you put the video up, what was the purpose of putting the video up? It has to be for views, right? So I'm new to this, so I would think that it helps you get the subscribers or the clicks, so your money is right. So when people get to playing with the white man, he get to tell his jokes because his bag is big. And people feel like they need to tiptoe and dance around that to make sure they money right. And I get it, we gotta pay bills. But it's about things, it's about, morals over money is where I come from.
Well, this is what I heard too. This is what I heard. Let's get down to the business now.
Let's go.
I heard that, I don't know if it's you, the Mozzie guy, or the Travis Ford guy that you spoke on.
Right.
It was issues that they had with those guys.
Correct.
I was under the impression that one of those guys was supposed to show up instead of you.
Right.
But instead, you showed up. And word is, they had an issue with those guys over disrespecting those guys.
Correct.
So since they couldn't get them, they felt like whoever was close to them was going to get whatever the other person had coming.
Yeah, that's interesting that you said that, right? Because I don't have no knowledge of that. But I do have some knowledge of maybe some disagreements happening between some two individuals. But that's neither here nor there.
Oh, see, now we get into it. So you did know about the issue that was with the other guys in Luce and Wack.
Yeah, kind of like third party though, because usually when we converse, we all on a conference call together. Now, what happens when I'm off a conference call? I don't know. It becomes he said, she said to me. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't indulge in that. Not only that, there are rules and podcasts that play the game. And for me, I'm gonna let you know offhand.
Right.
No matter, bro, I have no issues with nobody from neighborhood, nobody from Gates, no blood, none of that. Right. You know me, I welcome everybody. So that's not even the issue. So I don't know what, so we can call it what it is. I don't know what Luce Cannon and Travis Ford had going on in the background. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just keep that up. But I've never had an issue. Wack100 or Luce Cannon have never said anything to me that was disrespectful of any sort.
But there is a saying, if you rock with them, then you with them, right?
Okay.
So do you feel like by you having a connection with Travis Ford and they having that issue with Luce and Wack, that's the reason why this might have took place? Because that could be a possibility. This happens in the streets. We can't get him, so we gonna get his homie. You see what I'm saying?
That's fine and dandy if that's the thing, but I would think of it, I've known Luce Cannon since he was 18. So I just kind of like...
Tell us about that, man. How did you, you said you've been doing it since you was 18. Give us a past history, a relationship, some of the things that you guys got into, how did you meet, and how far this history is consistent basis of friendship. The people want to know, let them know what's going on with you and Luce.
Well, to keep it a buck, you know what I mean? So we could say